All right. So you have a variety of drum setups, such as the Siamese Monster, the Mirage Monster, or Red Monster. Which one are you using for PSMS?
Well, actually, I've been using different kits for every single show. Being that PSMS is not an existing band with a big touring entourage, we have to basically, in order to make these shows happen at all, we need to be able to travel light and trust that we will have the proper gear supplied when we arrive. When I was on tour with Dream Theater or Avenged Sevenfold or bands like that, that is more of a long-term entity, that I'm able to travel with my own kit. But in the case of this tour, it's different every show.
All right. So, are you using an old drum setup, or is it an entirely new setup that nobody has ever seen before?
I don't know. I'll find out when I get there, and whatever it is, I'll beat the crap out of it. And it'll be great.
Okay. So, since both Derek Sherinian and you were once part of Dream Theater, many people who are and will be following PSMS's progress will inevitably use Dream Theater as a benchmark for comparison. Do you feel flattered or annoyed by the weight of such a heavy legacy?
Well, it depends on how it's compared, whether or not I'm flattered or annoyed. I'm flattered when people talk about my 25-year legacy there and the history because it was an important part of my life, and I spent my life's work doing what I did in Dream Theater for 25 years. So I'm proud of that. If people start comparing it to modern Dream Theater, that to me is annoying. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in looking at the things that I've done, and and I put a heart and soul into everything I do, and passion into everything I do. So I'm only interested in people that have positive things to say. I'm not looking. I don't like the controversy and negativity and things like that.
So, apart from PSMS, you are also currently involved in two other supergroups, Adrenaline Mob and Flying Colors. So, how do you manage to cope with three supergroups?
Actually, I'm actually currently in six bands,
Six.
not three. Yeah, so it's not easy. I have PSMS, I have Adrenaline Mob, I have Flying Colors, I have Transatlantic. I have another band with me and Billy Sheehan and Richie Kotzen, and then I also have Neil Morse's band that I've been touring with. So it's six bands.
All right. So, how do you manage to cope? I mean, that's six, man.
I'm a workaholic. I love it. I love what I do, I'm excited by the music I make and the people I make it with. I surround myself with incredible musicians that inspire me to always do my best.
Oh, all right. So, I mean, for example, you're actually with PSMS now and you're about to embark on a tour with them soon. So, I mean, do you actually deal with stuff related to the other five bands that you are involved in while you're overseas with PSMS? Or
Yeah, I'm constantly dealing with stuff for every band. There's constantly stuff that's being worked on in terms of scheduling, and one band I'll be overseeing a DVD of, and then the other band I'll be overseeing the recording process. Another band I'm on tour with. I mean, it's just I'm used to it. It's the way it's always been in my life.
all right, I see. So, how is your musical vision for PSMS different from the ones that you have for the other bands that you're involved with? Is it
Well,
very
every band of the six that I'm currently involved with are completely different musically. PSMS is instrumental music with a heavy progressive, virtuoso element to it. Adrenaline Mob is a hard rock metal band, more straight ahead. Flying Colors is more of a straight ahead pop alternative band with progressive elements. The band I have with Richie Kotzen and Billy Sheehan is more classic rock. Transatlantic is pure classic progressive rock. So every one of these bands is a very, very different musical outlet for me, and they each kind of satisfy a different side of my taste.
I see. So I guess PSMS indulges in the side of you that just prefers to have instrumental music rather than having those that has vocals in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do Billy Sheehan, Tony MacAlpine, and Derek Sherinian fit into the equation for such a musical vision? What is so special about each one of them that you would want them to be in this particular supergroup?
Well, it's a perfect lineup as far as individual players. Each one of them are as good as it gets on their individual instruments. Billy Sheehan has always been my number one favorite bass player of all time. Derek Sherinian, I've been excited to work with again, because we had a great relationship when he was in Dream Theater, and I always liked his approach to keyboards, which is that of almost like a guitar player. He approaches the keyboards like the way a guitar player would. And then Tony MacAlpine is somebody who I've never worked with, but I've always had tremendous respect for, and I've been following his career since it began 25 years ago.
Oh, yeah, all right. So, had PSMS not happened, what would you be doing now apart from working on new music for the other bands that you're involved with?
Apart from,
Yeah.
I think the other five bands would keep me pretty busy. So, I basically, it's a matter of trying to find time to make all of these bands happen.
I mean, don't you have any other hobbies such as going to the gym or cycling or anything?
Well, I have a family. I have a wife and two children that get so little time from me as it is that when I'm not busy with all these bands, I try to spend as much time with them as possible.
All right, all right. Okay, so for the upcoming tour, PSMS will play an all-instrumental set consisting of material from each of its members' solo records and their previous collaborations, as well as classic instrumental covers and extended solo spots. Does this mean that Dream Theater and Liquid Tension experiment songs will be covered?
Yep.
So, will there be songs such as A Change of Seasons, The Glass Prison, Osmosis, Acid Rain, etc.?
Maybe some of those. You'll have to come to the show to find out.
Oh, so you aren't telling?
No, I never tell the set list.
All
I mean,
right.
honestly, in this day and age, if anybody really wants to know, you can find anything out on the internet because we've already been on tour for a couple of weeks now. So realistically, the information is out there, but I personally don't like spilling it. I think it's better when people come to a show and get surprised.
Okay, so but will PSMS put a new spin to any of the songs? As in, will you guys be changing certain parts of it to fit the PSMS musical vision or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything we touch it has our own personal spin on it.
So, for example, for your drum parts, could you describe a little about what would be different?
Well, for instance, when I play Dream Theater or Liquid Tension music with these guys, they're different players, so everything has a little bit of a different feel. And I've never been the type to play my precise drum parts the same exact way from night to night, even in Dream Theater. I like to be in the moment and react to the moment and to the crowd and to the musicians I'm playing with and play things differently. And then, when we're playing other songs in the set, maybe, Planet X songs or Tony MacAlpine solo songs, I don't like to copy other drummers. I like to do things my way and give it my own personal personality and character. So, everything with all of these songs, it has each of our personal touches on it.
I see. So, I mean, you will only know what will happen when the improvisation actually happens on the spot.
Yeah, you can't plan improvisation. That's the complete contradiction of the word itself.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess you will only find out when you are in the moment itself, huh?
That's the way I am. That's the way I've always been. Even in the studio, I don't plan my fills. I just they change from moment to moment, and I just react to how I feel.
Okay. So the upcoming in-studio DVD of PSMS will not feature any original songs. Do you have any plans for PSMS to record original material to be released in the future?
It's possible, but right now we're just concentrating on where we're at. We have an in-studio DVD that's out, and then when we get to Japan at the end of this tour, we're going to film a live DVD. And right now, that's the focus. And what we do in the future is up for discussion.
Okay. You are one of the rare drummers who can sing and drum at the same time. Can you tell me what is the hardest part about singing and drumming simultaneously?
Just finding the air in your lungs, the physicality of it, because drumming already is so physical.
Yeah.
Already all four of my limbs are going, and the way I play drums is very active with my body. So sometimes it's hard to have breath control while singing at the same time. But other than that, it's not that difficult. I'm very used to doing so many things at once. I'm kind of just used to it.
I see. So you don't do any special training, such as jogging a lot to train your lungs or stuff like that?
No.
Okay, are you able to maintain eye contact with the audience while singing and drumming at the same time?
I have eye contact with the audience no matter what I'm doing. Even if I'm not on stage, I'm still watching them.
So
that's the most important thing for me ever about being on stage is the interaction with the audience, and that to me is the first priority and the most important part of being on stage.
Yeah, but that's really awesome, man. I mean, you are drumming and singing, and you are able to maintain eye contact all at the same time. So, well, not many people can do that. So, all right. So, what food, drink, or product from America do you miss whenever you are overseas? Starbucks. But
I'm a Starbucks addict.
But isn't it like everywhere all over the world?
Not everywhere. It's not always easy to find.
So is there any country that you have been to where you were surprised to not find Starbucks in it?
Well, Italy. We just came from Italy. We were there the last 2 days, and they basically don't have Starbucks there, but it's okay because, cappuccinos were invented in Italy. So, they make the best ones anyway, so it's okay.
Oh, all right. So, do you have any favorite fruit from countries that are not America?
Any favorite food?
From countries that are not America. Basically non-American food. When you're touring overseas.
I love Mexican food. It's my favorite, I think.
Mexican.
Yeah.
I see. So is it like the tacos or?
Yeah, tacos and enchiladas and things like that, yeah.
So have you tried the chili crab in Singapore when you were here?
I don't think so, no.
Well, it's Singapore's signature dish, so maybe when you're here on November 10th, you could go try it out.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Thanks for the interview, Mike.
Okay.
I'll see you on November 10th.
Thank you. We look forward to it.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.